Good morning. Trying to be quiet because it is 4:50 a.m. and obviously my roommate is asleep. I did wake up at 4, but I have some things to deal with. Even at 4 in the morning, I got things to deal with. And I'm trying to mentally not freak out about it. So, I put on my makeup. I'm only going to allow myself like 30 minutes to do my makeup. I say that and watch that doesn't happen. So I'm going to be using a Fenty Instant Retouch Primer, the Soft Matte Primer. And I'm also going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. Going pretty matte because, like I said yesterday, I potentially have a 14-hour day ahead of me. Yeah. And I am going to bring like powder and I don't know. I might bring my MAC Fix Plus if it fits in my purse. I don't know. That might be a little overkill. I'm so tired. Because I actually finished editing Vlogmas Day 2 yesterday. It actually didn't take that long. I think it took me less than 30 minutes to just edit the last clips, which that was nice. But of course I had to wait for it to export, and that took a little bit, but I didn't go to sleep. I didn't go to bed until a little bit after midnight. And to be honest, I was having a hard time sleeping. So I know for a fact I didn't go to sleep until well after midnight. I didn't even look at the time before I went to sleep because I felt like I was gonna I guess like subconsciously make myself feel even more tired today if I knew how long I slept or didn't sleep. So I don't know, that probably don't make sense. So with that being said, this is probably all you'll get today for Vlogmas. I am so sorry, y'all. But your girl is tired now. So I know for a fact I'm gonna be tired when I get home. I kinda want to talk about something I heard in a video. So from Shanine from Too Much Mouth, I think she was talking, I don't know what got her to talk about this topic. Oh, I think it was What Happened to Beauty Bakery video. And she said that there's already videos out there of people asking, can we actually start wearing makeup again? Because you know how like the makeup trend is right now with, you know, I guess your skin look better, mostly skincare, tint, like barely there makeup and stuff like that. So she said the shift is already starting to happen where, you know, we're probably going to get back into that matte look again. The full face and all that. Maybe not as crazy as, you know, the 2014 to 2016, but she feels like we're going to get there. And honestly, that aligns with what this skin influencer that I watch, James Welch, it aligns with what he said. Oh, first, before I get onto that, I'm using Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade 144, and then Maybelline Fit Me concealers in the shade 30 and 25. So he said that we, or like the West, when it comes to, I guess, following K-beauty, we are about 5 to, I think he said 10 years behind what they do. And right now what's in like K-beauty is matte skin. So we are probably on our way soon to getting back to matte skin. I'm so sorry about this light. I turned it down so it wouldn't be like blown out, but what can you do at 4 in the morning? And I'm all here for, you know, going back to matte skin. I mean, I never left, you know, having or like doing like matte looks and stuff like that because I have oily skin. Like the last few years, like the trend of, you know, the super glowy skin, the jelly skin, glass skin, dolphin skin, all that stuff like that. Yeah, that was not for me. Like I kind of participated, not really, but yeah, I wasn't trying to beat myself over it trying to do that because for me and for most products that uh I try to use, to be honest, or like just any product that's hold on, Cody Airspun powder. um I don't know when that short's gonna be up, but the short is about this. um but what was I saying, girl? What was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah, but anytime I use a glowy product on my skin, like it looks great. I'll give you that. It does look great, but I get like where it looks like I get oily like within an hour. Actually, no, really within like 20 minutes. So it's like, what was the point of me doing all that? And then when I actually do get really oily, like really, really oily, oh, it's over. It's over because then I look like a extreme grease ball. Now there have been like some products, honestly I think only one product where that didn't really happen, and for me it was the Milani skin tint. It gave a glow, and I did a video on that actually. It gave a glow, and then after a few hours it did obviously look like I was oily, but it looked like, you know, kind of like my regular oil. I'm like, oh, that's actually not bad. So, and I know someone somewhere made like a comment, or maybe it was just a comment under one of her videos saying that like this is why when it comes to makeup you do what works for you and don't really follow trends. And I've never really given into peer pressure when it comes to trends, only because first off I'm always late to them, but especially when it comes to makeup, yeah, no, I'm not doing all that wet skin stuff like that, blah blah blah. And also I feel like those trends really, I'm not saying they only worked for like dry skin. I mean, it's very beneficial to like people with dry skin, and that's good. But I feel like honestly that trend really actually depended on you having really good skin and clear skin, and or being able to afford skincare products to be able to achieve those looks, or just have the skill when it comes to makeup to be able to achieve those looks. And baby, I ain't got the skills, I ain't got the money for that either. So I just kind of wish like people would just, or well, okay, well yeah, I guess people, because I could wish for, you know, trend cycles and stuff, or corporations stuff to like do the correct thing, but baby, that ain't gonna happen. But I kind of wish people would just be like, all right, let's just do what works for us. So I never left the matte skin train, you know, dabbled into, you know, the glowy skin. I dabbled. I swear the first time I did this trick with this powder, it wasn't giving me issues. And now it wants to give me issues, to be honest. They're not even really gonna see me all that up close anyways, but I mean, hey, I'll figure something out. But I will say also, with the advances of makeup, I feel like the like super matte era is not going to be the same as before, which to be honest is a good thing because we went overboard. Just like I feel that we went overboard now when it comes to, you know, the glow and the dew and all that stuff. Like, people were looking like wet. And this is really a personal thing, but I don't think that super glowy all over the face looks good. Maybe it just doesn't look good on me, but it's just like, why do you want to look? I guess before it really became trendy, I always asked, like, why do people want to look oily? Like, why? And then, like, I embraced it after a while and be like, well, at least I get the look for free. I just let my face do its thing and I get the look. And I quite literally would do that. And I remember getting compliments on my skin. And I'm like, thanks, I'm just oily. Because I'm just oily. But honestly, y'all, when it comes to, like, beauty and makeup and all that stuff, do what works for you. Don't feel peer pressure to follow a certain trend or whatever. And I think also the issue with, you know, specifically the whole like skin part or base part when it came to beauty is that it was the skin. Like, you can't change your skin. I can't change my skin from oily to like more normal or dry to be able to fit a trend that works. Like, I can't do that. Now, like, having, I guess, a certain, oh, I'm also using the Maybelline Fit Me powders in the same shades as the concealers. Like, having a certain eye trend that everyone could create, like, recreate on themselves, that's cool, that's fine. You know, certain, you know, colors being in when it comes to like eyes and lips, you know, that's fine. I think when we think of blue eyeshadow, we think of a certain decade. Don't ask me what decade I think we think of, because I don't know, don't be paying attention. Then I said I was gonna give myself 30 minutes. And it's already 5:04 and I'm still working on my face. Oh my goodness. Anyways, please just do what works for you, to be honest. Don't stress out. Okay? And like, we're getting, like, I don't know when we're gonna be in that matte era. I feel like it's probably gonna be another couple of years until we fully get it back into that era. But also with the way like trends move nowadays, we could get there sooner than we think. Yeah, just do what works for you. Do what works for you. Trends could be fun though, but please do what works for you. I haven't really seen anyone talk about how fast like makeup trends are moving, but like you could definitely see how fast and apparent it is when it comes to like fashion trends. Like, it's, to me, I feel like it's crazy that like I already see like trends from the early 2000s coming back now. It's like, why? Like, I feel like that was really fast. So it's like, I kind of want to see it. Well, not I want to, but it will be interesting to see how fast or when the trends that were trending like a couple years ago, like honestly, the Fashion Nova trends were like a couple years ago, like when those are gonna come back. Oh, I'm also using the Rimmel Stay Matte Transparent Powder. Oh, and also speaking of doing what works for you, like honestly, keep using products that work for you, okay? Like, I started using this again because one, I found it buried in my makeup collection, but second, I was kind of thinking about like, oh my gosh, how much I really enjoyed this powder, because when they said they give you up to 5 hours of matte free shine, they mean that. And I was like, dang. And I have this more expensive translucent powder that's supposed to be like the same thing as this, but it claims to give you like 24 hours. I swear it said something about 11 hours of like shine free wear or whatever. And every time I use that powder, I was disappointed because it would be the same amount of time as this powder. So I always go to this one because it doesn't lie to me, okay? Like, look, if you're gonna give me 5 hours, just say 5 hours. That's fine. So I went back to using this. I kind of want to put this in a compact because you can, because there's a hole back here where you're supposed to like stick a pin in, and it actually pops this out, and you're supposed to put it in a compact. Also, apparently that's why a lot of people still enjoy this powder, is because it is one of, I think there's one other brand, I don't remember the name though, but it's one of the last powders that you could pop out and refill in a compact. But I'm like, we should bring that back. Okay, should we? You know what? I'm lazy. Okay, keep it in here, but it would be more convenient to have it in a compact, because since I'm gonna bring this with me today, I'm gonna have to bring a brush, because I'm gonna need that shine free wear. But what was I saying earlier before? To see how fast, like, pretty much the Fashion Nova era to like come back, it'll be very interesting to see. And I mean, same with fashion, to be honest. Like, even though everyone is terrified of low-rise jeans, even I am. Like, first off, I'm not gonna do that. Like, that does not fit my body. Oh, I'm using the Milani eyeshadow primer, using this. Yeah, that low-rise jean era doesn't work for my body now. When the low-rise jean was like, I guess it wasn't like super big, but I remember wearing low-rise jeans as a kid. Obviously I was a kid, I had the body for it, I was skinny. But as I got older and as I got bigger, yeah, absolutely not. No low-rise jeans. There we go. But like, even now, the trends are kind of like modernized, which is actually kind of nice. They're not like super low. I mean, they're still low-rise, but so which is nice. So it would be nice when it comes to coming back with the matte skin or the matte look, that is going to be a little bit more modernized. It's not going to be as drying. And already it's like, we already have matte products that aren't as drying. Are they going to feel really dry on the skin, especially if you have dry skin? Absolutely. And I would say to all the dry skin babies, when we get that matte look again, please do not participate if it don't work for you. If it doesn't, don't force it, okay? The great thing is that, well, it's like a good and bad thing. Oh, hold on, let me do this. The good and bad thing about, you know, the way we consume, the bad thing is we consume way too much, and we consume like really fast. But the good thing is, like, we have more options. We have far more options. Options that honestly can last depending on the brand. So I feel like now is a great time. Oh, I'm using this Essence Ciao Venezia palette. This is a palette they don't sell anymore, and to be honest, it is one of my favorite palettes. I quite literally recently hit pan on this. Oh, hello, there we go. I hit pan on this shade right here, and I'm working my way through the palette. It's just very easy, and I honestly just do the same look with this palette, but I can do quite a few different looks with this, so it's really nice. But yeah, Essence don't sell this palette no more, and I did find where I could buy it. So, but I have other palettes, but this is like everyday, bro. This is like for real everyday, even with like the green and like this pink and this purple. Girl, those still come in handy as well. But yeah, we have more options. So it's like right now, the people with dry skin, like, you have options, and you're going to have options still when it comes to, you know, the matte era. Please just, like, don't force yourself to get into it. Don't force yourself if it doesn't work for you, because that's not good. That is not good. Okay, I think I'm gonna go and just finish the rest of my eyes, because I always spend forever on my eyes, and then I will come back. Also, my 30 minutes is almost up, but we're not gonna finish the 30 minutes, but let's hope we finish quick. I really wish this wasn't so white, but then if I did like the warm setting, let's see, let's try it. It's still blown out, and I look orange. Ugh, whatever, I don't know. But anyways, we did the eyes. Super simple. I ain't really doing much with it, but I'm about to use this ABH bronzer in Cappuccino. I know people have problems with ABH. I don't purchase from them, but I have 3 of these bronzers. No, I don't. I gave one away, but I got 2 out of the 3 that I owned for free, and then the other one I think I got like super cheap or something. I don't know, and I've had these for a very long time, so I'm gonna use them. But anyways, I was watching Miss Jemima's video, watching her vlogs, and first off, her vlogs are making me feel very comfortable with my Vlogmas videos being long, because already, like, after editing day 1, I was thinking, yeah, I need to stop like doing Vlogmas, because why is this 43 minutes long? Like, it doesn't need to be 43 minutes long. But you know, her videos, and also someone else's videos, I forgot his name, it's making me comfortable with, like, girl, just first off, just post whatever. Second, like, if you like watching long content, then you should be okay with posting long content. So yeah. Also, it is 5:30, so I definitely blew past the 30-minute time that I allowed myself to do my makeup. If I didn't do like eyeshadow and like eyeliner, then I probably would have made it, but it's fine. But I was watching one of her vlogs, and she mentioned how when she is around really feminine women, she kind of like ends up being masculine, and she started talking about stuff where it's like, I do the same thing too, but she also said that, like, she generally doesn't like feel safe like around men. Like, to her, the guy has to definitely be like bigger and taller than her for her to feel safe. But then also, men are men, so I was like, a lot of people don't feel safe around men, but that's besides the point. But she did mention that she ends up becoming more masculine around more like feminine women, and it kind of goes to, oh, that's where my favorite bronzer brush was. It kind of goes to like how she is perceived, and I feel the same exact way, because I feel like because of my look and because of my size, I'm safe. Like, and where I live, like, I am a fat black woman who lives in Los Angeles. I'm already seen as invisible. Well, seen as invisible, that's an oxymoron. I'm already invisible, or at least that's what I think. So I feel like I could just do whatever the heck I want. Well, not whatever I want, but as in, like, when I used to live in West Hollywood, I did go on 1-2 a.m. walks quite often, And it was nice. I would wear all black, just go walking with no real sense of where I was, or I would take my scooter and just go ride around and stuff and thinking like, yeah, I'm fine. I mean, nothing has happened, which is great. I stopped doing that after I got the Citizen app, to be honest, because there was one time where you know, I came back home and then I checked the Citizen app, and on one of the streets that I was on, like about 10-15 minutes, I think it was like 10-15 minutes after I passed that street, something happened. And I think it was like the street in the corner that I was on, something happened. And I was like, what did I say, before or after? It was after, whatever I just said, I don't know. I'm like, well, okay, so we're gonna stop these now. So yeah, I stopped doing them. I don't do it anymore. But still, like, day to day, I still feel like, yeah, no one's gonna do anything to me because I am fat and black. But has that thinking always kept me safe? No. Because I have been essayed before, and we won't get into that. Literally, the way I look didn't save me. But I still go around thinking like, oh, because of the way I look, no one's gonna touch me. Like, still. And I guess, like, you know, it's kind of true because people kind of don't mess with me, but at the same time, it's like anything could happen. Also, I kind of just remembered how, like, I guess, like, my look did save me, but also I think it was mostly like me being aware of my surroundings saved me. But when I lived in West Hollywood, there was a very, very scary van that was following me while I was walking, and this happened like during the day. And I don't think I had any headphones in. I didn't have my AirPods in. I didn't own AirPods at the time. So I was just like walking, you know, looking cute, feeling cute, whatever. And then I noticed like this gray van, like driving next to me, but they were being like really slow. And then I actually looked at it, and like, first off, that van looked creepy. It was like those white vans, but it was like painted matte gray, and also on the back window there was like a wooden board across it, and that was also painted matte gray. And I like looked at it, and then the guy, he was like looking at me driving really slow, and I just kept looking at him, and I'm just like, what? And then he kind of like sped off, and I was like, okay. And in my head I was thinking like, oh, maybe he was like looking for a certain address, and it's like, well, none of these are the address, so whatever. And then I'm walking, not thinking anything, whatever. And then all of a sudden he like drives this way across me, and then he slows down a little bit, and he looks at me again, and then I'm looking at him, and he speeds off, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, that happened years ago, and I didn't realize until I told someone like over a year later, and they were like, you almost got kidnapped. And I was like, oh yeah, probably. But that's kind of one of those instances where I'll probably say like, oh, I didn't even put highlighter on my face. I said like, oh yeah, my look helped me. But I kind of feel like in that moment, it's like, Sarah, you're being aware of your surrounding. I don't think that had nothing to do with your look. So anyways, that's still not the point. The point is that I still have an issue with behaving in a way where the world perceives me, and thinking that is how the world perceives me. Like, to be honest, I have a pretty negative view of like how the world is, but like how the world perceives me. Didn't I just repeat that like 3 times? But then when I talk to people, especially when I talk to guys, which I don't talk too often, but when I talk to guys, it's a completely different thing. I mean, okay, it's not that completely different. It's not too far off, but like I have a hard time accepting that I'm viewed any other way than how I think, which is like my thinking is like not good. It's not good. So it's like, Sarah, don't be mad that they, I mean, like, yes, I have every right to feel a certain way of like how people perceive me, but like, don't be mad. That's just how they perceive you. That's how they perceive the world and whatever. I'm like, okay. So I'm still working on that. But also, I'm still working on trying to not be as masculine. Not saying it's a bad thing. But it definitely has not, like, served me. I feel like me moving in the way that I think I'm supposed to move has only like mostly done harm, or not done harm, but like robbed me of experiences in life. So yeah, I definitely want to stop doing that. All right, what am I gonna do? Oh, you know what, I was thinking like, ooh, my powders don't look right. I forgot that I could easily just put on more of this loose finishing powder to blend everything in. So yeah, and I think like, of course it takes like a lot of internal work to, you know, fix that way of thinking, but I mean there's some external work. External work is like, if y'all notice, I have a lot more dresses now. Okay, but yeah, I have a lot more dresses, and it doesn't mean like, oh, you have to wear dresses and skirts and wear makeup and stuff to feel feminine. And you 100% don't. That's not what I mean. But for me, it makes me feel more feminine and it feels nice. Because I've always told myself like, oh no, I don't like dresses. I don't like skirts and stuff, which is a lie because I always have. But like, I guess so people don't see me as like weak and stuff. Where is my lip? Okay, so for the lip, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Chocolate, AOA Studio Velvet Lip in Riley, and the Essence Clear Lip Gloss. That's what we're going with. Also, y'all don't understand how obsessed I am with this. I'm not going to embarrass myself right now, but I'm obsessed with this lip liner. But, what was I saying? Girl, what was I saying? So yeah, I've been doing some of that external work. Still doing the inner work, you know, trying to get rid of that, but some of the external has been helping. And I feel great. Well, I look great. I know that. And you know, it's so interesting. Like not everyone is going to perceive you the same way, because I was thinking how like when I first moved here, I kind of like, I guess, quickly changed my style, and my roommate has seen me most of the time in dresses. Like I wear sleep dresses. I hardly wear pants, shorts. I mean, I don't do my makeup as often. I've been doing my makeup a lot more like recently, but because of like other reasons. But like, if you probably like looked at me or seen me, you know, in my regular day-to-day, like early summer, just even early this year, you probably wouldn't even see me as someone who's like super feminine. Once again, not a bad thing, but it's like, I was kind of thinking how like, I wonder if my roommate would kind of be shocked by that. But obviously, am I going to ask her? No, because why? It doesn't, I feel like it's a dumb thing to ask. Like, who cares? You are who you are, and you dress how you dress, and whatever. It's funny how I put this on, but I'm about to make oatmeal. I forgot I had oatmeal. Oatmeal, you kind of glitch. I do like to have some breakfast bowls like in the freezer. but I haven't been to the store to buy any. So, but oatmeal comes in clutch. So yeah, anyways, this is pretty much the look. I'm gonna spray my face down again, because I already sprayed my face with the Max Fix Plus. Now I'm gonna spray with the Milani Make It Last or the Urban Decay setting spray. I might do Milani because, to be honest, I don't like these. Like, I gotten 2 bottles of these for free. Luckily, I would have been so angry if I would have paid for this because I feel like this doesn't do anything. But yeah, honestly, you know what? I might call it a quits right now because there's going to be a good chance I am not going to film when I come back. But right now I got my I got Vlogmas going up. Well, I have it uploading right now, so hopefully it should almost be done, but it is 5:48. Like I said, I'm about to go eat some oatmeal, and I'm gonna change. I'm gonna wear the purple and black. That's what I'm gonna wear. If I get turned away, I get turned away. If I do, that means I get to come back home and go to sleep, which is nice. But yeah, this is the end. Thank you for watching Vlogmas Day 3. If not, I'll see you later. Gosh, I am hungry.